Hey y'all. Y'all are in my kitchen. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. It's your girl, Chi-Town Ronnie. And it seems like it is a habit that on Sundays, it's the day that I do a lot of my spiritual work. And I guess I want you guys to see what goes in on what happens, okay? So I'm getting my jars ready for some water. Tonight is August the 4th, and we got a new moon. And we've got a new moon in Leo. And so I'm preparing some water because I have some people that were interested in some spiritual baths, banos. And so I had to get the water prepared. And so let me just break this down. All right. I first purified my vessels, and I used my frankincense incense. All right. Now, frankincense has a very strong vibration that drives away negative energies when it's burned, and therefore it's very useful in spiritual rituals and meditations. Frankincense is often used as a purifier, and it is believed that the vibrational energies of frankincense are very powerful. So that is why when it comes to whatever vessel I'm using, I always purify it with my frankincense. And so that's what we saw right now. All right. Now, before I add water into these vessels, I'm going to be placing some clear quartz, crystals. Now, these crystals came from my friends at Gems and Boards, and I'll put their link in the description. And I've had them on my selenite charging plate, and they've been charging for a good long time. So I'll put two crystals in this jar because it's bigger, and I'll just put one in here. So here we go. And I'm placing them because they are crystals, and it's very hard to find jars this big, but I don't want to break them or anything like that. So there we go. All right. So now those are there. So let's talk about the crystals. Now, clear quartz crystals, they're said to have very magical properties. They amplify energy. Clear quartz is said to amplify positive energies, and it can be used to energize and boost the activities. It is also very beneficial in manifestation, meditation, and channeling. It's also good for balancing. Clear quartz is said to balance the body and the mind, and to allow the balance, of the chakras. And it's also very helpful in romantic relationships. Clear quartz is very good for cleansing negative energies and to purify on all levels, including spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical. Clear quartz is also enhancing. Clear quartz enhances spiritual growth. It clears the mind, and it enhances focus. And for protection, clear quartz is said to be very powerfully. It's a very powerful protective stone. All right. So that's that's what we're doing. All right. Now, before I do anything else, I am going to put some sea salt. Here it is. I'm going to put some sea salt in these jars. And you don't got to do a lot. That's good. Now, salt is very powerful. It is believed to have purification and protective qualities, and this can help the body and the spirit heal. It cleanses us physically and energetically. and it is believed to extract or release what no longer serves us in our energetic field, which has a positive impact on our physical form. Caribbean spiritual and religious practices use salt for protection of the home or sacred spaces. And salt placed in the entrance of a home is used to ward off evil or negative energies from entering our space. Similarly, in African spirituality, salt is believed to repel evil spirits and absorb negative energy from a physical space or our auras. The aura is the electrical magnetic energy field that surrounds or encompasses our physical bodies. Shamanic traditions use pink Himalayan salt with to attract love, romance, and friendship. But again, for me, I did the salt because it has purifying and protective qualities that will help heal the body and the spirit. And again, it cleanses us energetically, and again, to release, all of the, all of the things that don't serve us. And so now I'm going to be filling up these jars with water. Now, a lot of things, like for my banos, or like for my, because I make, I'm gonna, on occasion when I have the ingredients, I make my own Florida water. They'll say use like spring water, and I have no problem with spring water, with the exception that it's always in these like plastic jugs, and I'm sorry, I can't get with the plastic. I just can't. So what will happen from here is that I will fill these jars with water that have the sea salt and the crystals. And by the way, before I put the crystals in, I set my intention for the crystals, and the crystals were to enhance, the intentions of the water. Let me tell you something about water. Water has memory. And you can actually program water to do what you want to do. I don't know the name of the Japanese scientist, but they did an experiment where they had like two sets of water, and in one set a group of Tibetan monks went over and they prayed and they chanted over the water. And then the other water, people came and they said like horrible things to it. You're ugly, I hate you. And this like death metal music was played with this water. Now here's the interesting part. For the first control group, where the Tibetan monks prayed and they chanted over the water, they froze the water, and the crystals were these beautiful, symmetrical, beautiful snowflake shapes. But now for the other water that was subjected to the, to the harshness and to the meanness and to the horrible music and the horrible words, they froze that water and they saw the crystals, and like the snowflakes were broken, or they were malformed, or things of that nature. So water is programmed. Water, we can program water. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to be setting this water out on my porch, and I'm going to be letting it charge by moonlight, and then I'll bring it in. But actually, what I'm thinking about doing is I just keep the water out on the back porch until September the 2nd, which is the next new moon. Okay, and again, when we talk about this new moon, it's a new moon that is in Leo. So whatever sign of the zodiac you are, this cosmic event will bring us a chance to start something new. Most likely, it'll probably be a romance, and our creativity and our pleasure and our ability to want to take a risk will be enhanced. So under the influences of those moon, that's what's going to happen for these waters. But for my crystal, and when I intend my water, again, it's going to be for my my banos, my spiritual baths, and my Florida water. And again, it is going to they'll be programmed to cleanse negativity, to bring calmness, and to bring peace into whatever modality I use, or I intend to use the water with. So again, for from now until September the 2nd, this water is going to be charged with with the moon and the sun, and with my intention on that. And then when I'm done with it, I can bring it in and I can use. I'll be using the water again for my homemade Florida water or for my spiritual baths. And again, when we deal with quote unquote magic. And I do the air signs because magic is nothing more than our focused will and intention placed on our environment. You want to do everything with intention. And like I said, I used my incense to purify my vessels. My crystals, they were programmed and they were on this charging plate, and it was to enhance the vibrations of the intention that I'm placing on the water. Everything you do, you want to do it with intention. And remember, if you are, how do I say this? If you are starting your spiritual journey, remember the first rule. In whatever you do, do not harm anyone, including yourself. And if your intention is good and it's not harmful, you'll be okay. Your intention has got to be clear, and you got to be strong with your intention. That is how your quote unquote magic works. That's it, you all. That's it. Thank you for viewing. Please don't forget to do all the things. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave me some commentary. When these waters are ready, I will be gathering my ingredients, and I will show you how I make my Florida water, and I will show you how I make a certain spiritual baths. Again, there have been people that have asking me to make spiritual baths, but they're for certain intentions, and I'll show you how I make one of them. But yeah, that's it. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll be back tomorrow doing the downloads. And until then, y'all, stay blessed, babies.